Have you ever felt like your prayers are going unanswered, like you're stuck in a season of waiting, wondering if God even hears you? Let me tell you about Rachel, a single mom who felt exactly that way. After years of struggling to make ends meet, she was ready to give up hope. But one day something shifted. Little signs started appearing, whispers of change she almost missed. Those signs led her to a job that didn't just pay the bills, but transformed her life. Here's the truth. Before God gives you a life-changing blessing, He often sends clear signs to prepare you. But most of us miss them because we're too focused on the struggle. In this video, I'm going to share 5 powerful signs that God is setting you up for something big, plus practical steps to recognize and embrace them. Stick with me, because by the end, you'll see your challenges in a whole new light. Ready to discover what God's planning for you? Let's dive in. So, what's the first sign God is preparing you for something big? It's probably not what you expect. It's the challenges you're facing right now. You see, before every major blessing, God often sends a season of trials, not to break you, but to build you. Think of it like a refiner's fire, shaping you for the purpose He's planned. The Bible tells us in James 1 verses 2-3, "Consider it pure joy, my brothers and sisters, whenever you face trials of any kind, because you know that the testing of your faith produces perseverance." Those struggles, they're not a stop sign, they're a setup for greatness. Let me tell you about David, a friend of mine. A few years ago, David lost his job unexpectedly. Bills piled up, and he felt like God had forgotten him. But instead of giving up, he leaned into prayer, asking for strength. One day, a former colleague called out of the blue with a lead on a new job, one that paid better and aligned with his passion for helping others. Looking back, David realized those tough months weren't punishment. They were preparation, teaching him resilience and trust in God's timing. The mistake many of us make is seeing challenges as dead ends. We get discouraged thinking, "Why is this happening to me?" But here's the lesson. Trials are God's way of strengthening your faith for the blessing ahead. Tonight, try writing down one challenge you're facing and ask, "What is God teaching me through this?" It's a small step, but it shifts your perspective. But challenges aren't the only sign. Sometimes, God prepares you by pulling you away from certain people. Curious about what that means? Stay with me because the next sign is all about divine disconnection, and it's a game changer. Now let's talk about the second sign God is preparing you for something big. Divine disconnection. Sometimes, right before a major blessing, God removes certain people from your life, friends, colleagues, even family. It's not because He wants you to feel alone, but because He's protecting you and aligning you with His purpose. Not everyone can go where God is taking you. Psalm 32 verse 8 says, "I will instruct you and teach you in the way you should go. I will counsel you with my loving eye on you." When God closes a door, it's His way of guiding you to the right path. Let me share Lisa's story. Lisa had a tight-knit group of friends she leaned on for years. But as she grew in her faith, she noticed they were pulling her down, gossiping, doubting her dreams. It hurt, but one by one, those friendships faded. Feeling isolated, Lisa turned to her church and joined a small group. There, she met people who uplifted her and, soon after, landed a job she'd been praying for. Those losses weren't random. They were God's way of clearing space for better. The mistake we often make is clinging to relationships that no longer serve God's plan. We fear loneliness, so we hold on. But here's the lesson. Letting go opens the door to God's best for you. Tonight, try this. Write down one relationship you're holding on to and pray, "God, show me who's meant to stay." It's a small step to trust His guidance. But disconnection isn't the only way God prepares you. Have you ever felt a strange restlessness, like something's about to change? That's our next sign, and it's a powerful one. Stick with me to find out what it means. Let's move to the third sign, spiritual restlessness. Have you ever felt a strange stirring in your heart, like something big is coming, but you can't quite put your finger on it? That's God whispering change into your spirit. It's when you lose interest in things that used to excite you, or feel a pull to pray more, dream bigger, or step out in faith. Isaiah 43 verse 19 says, "See, I am doing a new thing. Now it springs up. Do you not perceive it? This restlessness is God's way of waking you up to his next chapter for you. Take Mark, for example. Mark had a stable job, but he started feeling unfulfilled, like he was meant for more. He couldn't shake the urge to pray and journal about his purpose. One night, he felt led to volunteer at his church's youth program. That small step sparked a passion for ministry, and today, he's a full-time youth pastor, impacting lives. That restlessness wasn't random, it was God's call to change. The mistake we make is brushing this feeling off as stress or boredom. Instead, lean in. Here's the lesson. Your restlessness is God's invitation to grow. Try this. Spend 5 minutes tonight praying. God, what's the new thing you're calling me to? It'll open your heart to his voice. But God doesn't just stir your spirit. Sometimes he opens doors you never expected. Want to know how? Stay with me for the next sign. It's all about divine favor. Now, here's the fourth sign. God is preparing you for something big. Unexpected doors opening with divine favor. When God's plan starts unfolding, opportunities you didn't even pray for begin to appear. Jobs, connections, or blessings that feel almost too good to be true. This is God's favor at work, aligning things in ways you never imagined. Proverbs 3 verses 5-6 reminds us, "Trust in the Lord with all your heart, and he will make your paths straight." When God opens a door, it feels effortless, like it was meant for you. Let me tell you about Anna. Anna was a college student struggling to afford tuition, feeling like her dream of graduating was slipping away. Out of nowhere, she got an email about a scholarship she hadn't even applied for. She prayed, felt peace, and accepted it. That scholarship not only covered her tuition, but connected her to mentors who shaped her career. That wasn't luck, it was God's favor opening a door. The mistake we make is chasing every opportunity without discernment, thinking we have to force things. Here's the lesson. God's favor flows when you trust his timing. Tonight, pray this. Lord, show me the doors you're opening. It'll help you see his hand at work. But these signs are just the beginning. How do you prepare for the blessing itself? Stay with me for the final sign. It's about living out God's purpose for you. We've walked through 5 powerful signs, challenges, disconnection, restlessness, favor, and purpose, that God is preparing you for a life-changing blessing. But here's the key. Recognizing these signs is just the start. To fully receive and live out God's plan, you need to prepare your heart and step into your purpose. Matthew 5 verse 16 says, "Let your light shine before others, that they may see your good deeds and glorify your Father in heaven." Your blessing isn't just for you, it's to shine for others. Let's revisit Rachel, the single mom we met at the start. After seeing those signs, struggles, lost friendships, a stirring in her spirit, and unexpected opportunities, she landed that dream job. But Rachel didn't stop there. She started mentoring other single moms, sharing her faith and helping them find hope. Her blessing became a bridge to her purpose, serving others. That's what God wants for you. To prepare by praying daily, practicing gratitude, and giving back. The mistake we make is waiting passively, thinking the blessing will just happen. Here's the lesson. Prepare your heart to receive and share God's gift. Start tonight. Try a 5-minute gratitude prayer, thanking God for the signs you've seen. Comment below one sign you're noticing in your life right now. I'd love to hear it. And if this video spoke to you, hit that subscribe button and join our family for more faith-filled content. Your blessing is coming. Get ready to shine.